Hi there, I'm Luma. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're a new viewer, really glad that you found me here, and welcome back to subscribers. In this video, I want to share about what's going on in our minds. Yeah, the mental body, the mental plane, because so many people experience anxiety. Okay, so in this video, I want to share about mental anxiety or sources of ways of understanding the experience of anxiety from a spiritual and energetic and evolutionary perspective, like of evolving and expanding consciousness. Okay, so I want to describe some pathways of how does information flow to us, within us, through us, and how do we communicate, yeah, with the greater cosmos, with the greater universe. How do we communicate with ourselves, our higher selves, our souls? How do we communicate with plants and trees and the ecosystem, the elements, animals, birds, aquatic life, all these communication systems. This is really fascinating to be able to communicate, yeah, on all these different levels. But guess what? We've had a lot of interference. That interference causes anxiety because there's part of us that knows that we should be able to be in communion and communication with all of creation here on planet Earth. It's extraordinary. Yeah, but those communication systems are clogged up, blocked. The circuitry's been disconnected and plugged in somewhere else. We're getting mixed messages. We got interference running. Yeah, we got frequency fences. So this is all part of the resistance field of amnesia and limitation and separation from source that we've been experiencing here. So as I spoke about in my previous video, the good news is, yeah, those like behind the scenes of this arrangement of the structures of separation, of what would cause us to do harm and go against source or anti-source. We're understanding those structures and we're dismantling those structures. We're dismantling them. That's why it's a bit of a freak out for our minds right now, right? A lot of change, a lot of change. Okay, so let's look at some pathways of where do thoughts come from, right? And are the thoughts that I'm thinking, am I generating those thoughts? Where are they coming from, A couple weeks ago, I woke up in the morning and went, all the things that I think I need to think about, I actually don't need to be thinking about them right now. Maybe actually not at all. And something happened that was quite tremendous. It was kind of like a really loud radio in the background that's playing really obnoxious music and commercials just turned off, or like a lawnmower or weed whacker, that kind of sound, it just turned off. And it was just quiet. I think you can understand what I'm pointing to here, okay? Give your attention to these moments of quietness and stillness. Yeah. A lot of the external broadcasting system that's been bombarding our minds is also getting dismantled because we're not giving our attention or our life force energy to it. So it's just dismantling and falling apart, okay? So as angelic human beings, we have a higher mind, we have a higher self, and that higher mind communicates directly with source, okay? It just receives the beautiful impulses of creation can come through us as what? Inspiration, creativity, wisdom. Yeah, wisdom streams can come through us. We're in a relaxed, soft, open, calm and receptive state. Guess what? We get some access to that higher mind, and it just comes through, and boy, oh my goodness, that feels so good. So good. All right, so it's going to bring some of that in to feed and nourish your mental body that's been starving of this good life force, nourishing energy for the mind. Yeah. So just soak your mental body, yeah, that's been stressed out and overused and misdirected and confined and limited and regulated very severely. Just let it, this light energy come in, yeah, and just soak it up with your mind here. There's your higher mind. Hello. Reunited with your lower mind. The beautiful thing. Like the soul is being reunited with our bodies. It's beautiful. It's beautiful what's happening. That signal of our soul is coming through louder and clearer and stronger. Why? So many humans have a deep yearning and longing for connection directly to source, to our higher selves, to our souls, to the cosmos, the universe, to creation, plants, trees, animals, this earth. We're longing for connection. We're yearning for connection. We're calling it in. We are magnetizing it. We're pulling it in. And so many people are opening their hearts to deeper feeling, moving through the deeper levels of trauma, clearing it out. Yeah? All right. Beautiful. So let's come back to the mind, the higher mind, okay? And then we've got levels of interference that we've been dealing with, okay? Let's call it like these frequencies, like frequency fences and kind of borders as to how much of that pure, direct source creation consciousness can come through into our mental field here, yeah? So, that's been pretty limited. Yeah. So there's moments where we have access and there's a lot of times where we don't. We're just walking around in conditioned and programmed level of the lower mind. Okay. So, so there's levels of interference. Yeah. And it's kind of like sending signals of limitation, harm, and fear. Fear, 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 fear. We know fear shuts us down, shuts our brain functioning down, impinges upon our neurology and our physical health, okay? This is very well known and well researched, okay? There's some great material out there about this. If you want to go deeper into that, please check it out, okay? So that interference, sending these fear signals. Guess what? In our mental field, we've got kind of like little devices floating around that pull in or pick up the frequency of fear. Yeah. And it's like they're, when I see people energetically, I see these little spinning things. I call them like little rotini pastas. They're just like spinning around there. People's mental fields are full of them. And they draw in basically the frequency of fear. Yeah. And it's like that high pitched sound. It sounds like a freaking weed whacker. And it just like you just want it to stop, but it doesn't, so you kind of have to shut down in some way, right? So that's sending those fear signals in, into the mental field. This is all happening in the etheric level, right down here. That's in the fourth dimension mostly. Yeah, those receivers and of this fear signaling that's coming from higher dimensional sources. All right. Okay. So good news is, again, those sources are getting weaker, and pure source energy is getting a lot stronger. So it's kind of noise canceling. It's like putting, if you ever had noise canceling headphones, it's kind of canceling out those frequencies of fear that are bombarding our minds. Okay, enough of that already. Like, so let's cancel those out. Stop giving our attention. And turn all of those receptors, they're kind of like implants floating in our mental field, turn them off. They're like little spinning tops. We just want to, if you play with a spinning top when you're a kid and just watch it till it spins and then just drops. Boom. Just let them drop. All right. That clears the way for what? Higher mind, higher consciousness, pure source energy. Oof, feels so good. Keep that coming through, keep it coming through, keep it coming through. Alrighty, so those old receptors for fear obviously would then send the signal to your brain, all the different areas of your brain. And my God, it feels like our brain's been chopped up into a million different pieces. Let's just bring in memory of whole brain functioning, where it's one super connected wholeness, kind of like, you know, mycelial networks in the forest, super connected. Everything's super connected. It's not divided up into this little compartment and that cortex and that cortex and this part of the brain. It's all one beautiful, super connected whole brain coming back online. We got a lot of help. Ancient forests and trees, whole plant kingdom, holding the memory of that for us. Let's wake that one up, please. Thank you very much. Alrighty. Okay, so again, in the signaling, so we had the old fear system that was coming in, these little spinning tops in our mind, sending signals to the brain, getting all these mixed messages. Oh my God, should I be afraid of this? Like, I think I'm safe. I'm sitting in my living room having my cup of tea. Everything's good, but why do I feel so frightened, anxious, freaked out, terrified? Mental freaking anxiety, man. It's like mental anxiety. Turn it off, turn it off, turn it off already. Turn it off already. Okay, so, and then of course, yeah, brain, neurology, the nervous system, it's all connected. All these messages are going in. You know, the body's going, what, am I dying? I'm thinking about, you know, catastrophe after catastrophe after catastrophe. Should I shut down? Should I die? Should I start producing death hormones? Or am I still, oh no, I'm still alive. Am I breathing? Yeah, I'm breathing. Like, the body's really confused. No wonder we're so sick. Yeah. The brain's got, you know, the circuitry's been crossed wired, you know, right hemisphere, left hemisphere not talking to each other. What a mess. What a mess. Anyhow, we're coming out of it. We got some, a lot of tools, and I'll just share. There's incredible innovations that are going to just be popping up like flowers, flowers in summertime. Yeah. Now that a lot of the resistance and those frequency fences and levels of interference are coming down, because that's what we're choosing. That is what so many of us are choosing. Yeah. We want to experience the beautiful version of being a human and being super connected to all of creation on this gorgeous planet. We want it. So let's claim it and stand in that. Okay. Stand in the power of that. Great. Okay. So take a little pause here. I'm gonna catch ourselves up. Okay. Great. So where else are some of these thoughts coming from? Okay. Thoughts get activated that are stored in our subconscious. We can understand it as subconscious, unconscious. They can be memories that were stored in our Akashic record. Yeah, I've been working with the Akashic records for a lot of years here. Very interesting. All these memories of other lifetimes, other timelines, soul memory. We've got ancestral memory. We have human history. We have other races history on this planet, other life forms off this planet, other parts of the galaxy. A lot of information in there, right? Sometimes that gets activated, stirred up. Those signals come through, and it's a little bit hard to actually read where we are, where our body is. Yeah. In real time, REAL, real presence, yeah, located in our body. The mind, when it's disconnected from real time, real presence, real earth, could be lost in some past or future version of some crazy catastrophe, some kind of looping version of some trauma, yeah. We all have that. We all live with that. Different versions of it being pulled up from our memory field, from our Akashic record. Yeah. Getting triggered or activated, and then we can't really tell. Then we're in real time, REEL, film real time. It's pulling up a film reel, yeah, from the archives, and it's running a movie inside our mind, and it's sending signals. And our brain's responding to it, and our neurology, and then our body's responding to it. Yeah. Activating old fears from those old reels, film reels, REEL, and you're in real time, you know, flashbacking into some past trauma, projecting forward into some future worst case scenario, okay? And it could be anything, you know. I've lived a lot of my life with a fear of dogs, unexplainable. Been working on it for years and years and years to try and calm that one down. The fear response is so strong. I could just hear a dog bark and wah! Like, I'm sitting in my living room. There's no dog that's going to come and attack me, tear me to shreds, and kill all the people I love. That's the trauma scene that was running in my crap. You know, you got your version. We all have our versions of that. Those like really deep seated fears that get activated, and then we're back in real time watching the trauma movies, really bad B horror movies. Okay. I want to share something else really cool that I tracked recently too. I was in that nice in-between space just as you're waking up in the morning. I felt like this giant trap door open at the back of my head, and I saw this warehouse of film reels, you know, old-fashioned film reels being loaded out of the warehouse of my mind. Massive amounts of film reels. Say goodbye to REEL, real time, getting loaded out. So I was watching this, getting loaded out. Yeah, I'm not going to be watching those movies in my mind anymore. My brain is not going to be responding to that kind of imagery anymore. This is what we're doing the clean out. Yeah, dismantling those structures. I'm not going to be watching those movies inside my mind anymore. I'm not going to be creating my life from those images anymore. So we got to load those out, yeah? And let them unwind, send them to the Cosmic Recycling Center, send them off to the off-planet archives. Someone may want to look at them at some point. I don't know. Bad B movies, who knows? Anyhow, just send them out. So that was a really cool experience. So again, these confirmations of things that are happening on the level of the mind. Okay, so it's clearing out that mixed messaging, right? So like we might again be enjoying a real, crystalline, beautiful, crystalline time, real presence experience, and then all of a sudden, boom, we're out of it and we're in some, you know, interior mental looping state. It can happen. It happens to me a lot. I'll be walking on, you know, along the beach here. It's gorgeous. Walking in the forest, enjoying time with friends, and boom, something triggers, and I'm in a, you know, a pissy state. You know, it's like, I don't want to be here. Right. So again, we're noticing these things. We apply our attention and our consciousness, and this is how, again, I talk about this a lot now, to become a self-regulating human being. Yeah, so you take your power to examine all of these things that are happening. Yeah, use our beautiful capacity of discernment, of logic and rationality. Let's put it to good use, you know, rather than other uses. Okay, let's put it to do that self-examination. Yeah, to regulate ourselves. Oh, that is a reel in my mind, a movie. It's not actually what I'm experiencing right now. Right here. I'm good. Okay. There you go. Alrighty. So again, lots of great tools, techniques, modalities to help us make this shift. Yeah. And a lot of support is available. And if you need that extra support, incredible practitioners, and again, all kinds of modalities are available to help you through this. So you don't have to suffer in isolation anymore, okay? We're breaking out of that big time here. Alrighty. So I'm taking a little pause here and just let ourselves catch up. So we're clearing away that mental interference, the incoherence, mixed messages, cross circuitry, clearing that all out. So we got our authentic, higher consciousness, higher mind coming in. There's a state of calm, equanimity, clarity, coherence. Yeah, things are starting to make sense. All those little pieces of the puzzles and little dots that you've been kind of holding with a lot of question marks are starting to connect. Yeah, those big questions that cause us so much mental anxiety. Who am I? Why am I here? And what is my purpose? Yeah. So we've got memory coming back online. We got connection coming back through our physical forms, through our mental body. Yeah. And I've said this before, I've worked with the Akashic Records for years. And when I first started working with it, I was told I didn't need to be an Akashic Record reader for much longer because the Akashic fields will be wide open. Everybody can access their own memory directly. You don't go through anybody else. Yeah. Of course, we can help each other. We can help each other, We all have different capacities and abilities to sense and feel. So when we're in connection, in conversation with others, or we're in healing spaces, yeah, it enhances and amplifies our ability to be reconnected, and to remember who we are, why we're here, what our purpose is, what we're learning, what we're sharing, what's our contribution here. That'll just ease levels of anxiety that we've been carrying around, when we live in separation and amnesia. Alrighty. So lots to look forward to. Exciting time to be alive. Yeah. Alrighty. So let's just, I'll end up the video here with, let's just merge our lower mind that's been very busy and focused and separated and compartmentalized. Let's just bring it into that state of higher mind, that super connected, whole brain, whole mind functioning, where we're getting signals directly from source creation. Yeah, we're getting clear signals directly from Earth and all the beautiful elements and life forms here. So we're in this state of super connected co-creation, communion, and communication that we just breathe through every layer of our being. So we got right down into our cells, intracellular communication, all the spaces inside and in between, breathing all the way out and expanding out as far as we can sense. Alrighty, thank you so much for listening. Thank you for your beautiful attention today. Please remember to like and subscribe, share up my videos with others who may benefit from this way of understanding life experiences right now. If you like what I share, you can also pop on over to my Patreon platform where I share up more and interact with members more. If you support me in that way over on Patreon, helps me to create free videos here over on YouTube for you here. I love hearing your comments. Please do share in the comments below and read through. And you'll find that there are many people that are likely having similar experiences as you. There are so many of us that are becoming very aware and very connected in beautiful ways. All right. So we'll see you next time, and enjoy some of this beautiful summer wherever you are in the world. Bye for now.